Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 3 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 3 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter Units of Measurement. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So here I am on grade 3 math. Chapter we are on right now is units of measurement. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is compare and convert metric units of volume. So let's just start with the lesson. Eight liter equal how many millimeters? 1 milliliter equal 1 1 milliliter equal 1000 liters, right? So 8 milliliter equals 8 times 1000 liters. That equals 8000 liters. So 8 liters equal 8000 milliliters. Let's just start with the test questions. So basically we need to learn the basic conversion units and then we have to convert, right? Equal how many milliliters? So 1 liter equal 1000 milliliters, right? So 9 liters equal 9000 milliliters. So option number 1 is the correct. This is actually the basic conversion unit. You need to learn 1 liter equal how many milliliters? 1 liter equal 1000 milliliters. So 9 liters equal 9000 milliliters. Option number 1 is the correct option. 6000 milliliters equal how many liters? 6000 milliliters equal how many liters? 6,000 milliliters equals 6 liter. Option number one is the correct option. 9,000 milliliters equal how many liters? 9,000 milliliters equal how many liters? 9,000 milliliters equal 9 liters. Option number one is the correct option. 10 liters equal how many milliliters? 10 liters equal how many milliliters? 10 liters equal 10,000 milliliters. Option number one is the correct option. 2 liters equal how many milliliters? 2 liters equal how many milliliters? 2 liters equal 2000 milliliters. Option number 2 is the correct option. 2 liters equal 2000 milliliters. 3000 milliliters equal how many liters? 3000 milliliters equal 3 liters. Option number one is the correct option. 5 liters equal how many milliliters? 5 liters equal 5000 milliliters. Option number 2 is the correct option. 10 liters equal how many milliliters? 10 liter equals 10,000 milliliters. 4,000 milliliters equal how many liters? 4,000 milliliters equal 4 liter. Option number 1 is the correct option. 8,000 milliliters equal how many liters? 8,000 milliliters equal 8 liters. Very good. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Compare and convert metric units of volume. Okay, we just finished this lesson. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is which customary unit of length is appropriate. Which is a better estimate for the height of an elephant? Which is a better estimate for the height of an element? 3 yards is better estimate, 3 feet is too short. Basically, we need to find the height of an elephant, right? So we need to see which unit, like yards and feet, they both are the unit to measure the height. So, but feet is a smaller unit. So that would be 3 yards because 3 feet is too short for the height of an elephant. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Which is a better estimate for the length of our toothbrush? Now we need to find the length of the toothbrush. We are given two units, 9 feet and 9 inches. So 9 inches is too long, it would be 9 feet. Oh, 9 inches it is. That is a toothbrush. So it would be 9 inches. Which is a better estimate for the length of a paintbrush? The length of paintbrush would be 10 inches because 10 yards is too long for the length of the paintbrush. Which is the better estimate for the length of a killer whale? So the length of the killer whale would be 24 inches because 24 feet is too small for the length of the that is 24 feet. The height of the 24 feet is better estimate. 24 inches is too short. Which is the better estimate for the height of a mailbox? The height of the mailbox would be 46 inches. Which is a better estimate for the length of a limousine? The length of the limousine would be 7 inches. 7 yards is the length of the limousine would be 7 yards, okay. Which is the better estimate for the length of an airplane? 50 feet, 50 yards. The length of an airplane would be it would be 50 feet. So option number 1 is the correct. 50 yards it is, sorry, not 50 feet. Yeah, I thought 50 feet also, but it is 50 yards. But for the airplane, 50 yards is too much. Okay, which is the better estimate for the length of a rake? The length of the rake would be now 5 feet it is because rake is too small, so it would be 5 feet. Which is a better estimate for the length of an alligator? So, which is the correct option? The length of an alligator would be 14 feet. Which is a better estimate for the length of a postcard? The length of a postcard would be 5 inches. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 5 inches. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is compare and convert metric units of weight. Which is more, 231 grams or 1 kilogram? So 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams, right? 1 kg equal 1000 grams. So 1 kilogram is more than 231 grams. So 1 kilogram is more than 231 grams. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. So 1000 grams equal how many kilograms? 1000 grams equal 1 kilogram. This is the very basic unit to measure the weight. So 1000 grams equal 1 kilogram. Option number 1 is the correct option. One kilogram equal how many grams? One kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which is more, 231 grams or 1 kilogram? So we know that 1 kilogram equals 1000 grams. So which is more? 1 kilogram is more than 231 grams because in 1 kilogram we have 1000 grams. One gram equal how many milligrams? One gram equal 1000 milligrams. Option number 1 is the correct option. One gram equal how many milligrams? 1 gram equal 1000 milligrams. Very good. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which is more, 851 grams or 1 kilogram? So which is more? 1 kilogram is more because 1 kilogram equal 1000. No, yes, 1 kilogram is more because that is 851 grams. Because 1 kilogram equal 1000 grams. 1000 gram equal how many kilograms? 1000 grams equal 1 kilogram. Option number 1 is the correct option. 1000 milligrams equal how many grams? 1000 milligrams equal 1 gram. Option number 2 is the correct option. 1 gram equal how many milligrams? 1 gram equal how many milligrams? 1 gram equal 1000 milligram. Option number 1 is the correct option. 1 kilogram equal how many grams? 1 kilogram equal, very good, 1000 grams it is. 1000 milligrams equal how many grams? 1000 milligrams equal 1 gram. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can. Okay, we're left with the last one. So 1000 grams equal how many kilograms? 1000 grams equal 1 kilogram. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just move on to next lesson. Which customary unit of weight is appropriate? Which customary unit of weight is appropriate? So, which is a better estimate for the weight of a cat? So, now we're going to learn the units to measure the weight. Pounds and ounces, they both are the units to measure the weight, right? But ounce is a unit to measure the very little phase. 13 pounds is better estimate. Right. Let's just start with the test questions. Which is a better estimate for the weight of a tennis racket? Weight of the tennis racket would be I think 10 ounces is too little for the weight of the racket. It would be 10 ounces it is because 10 pounds is too much for the weight of the tennis racket. Ten ounces is a better estimate because 10 pounds is too much, too heavy. Okay, got it. Which is the better estimate for the weight of a bar of soap? The bar of the soap would be 5 ounces because 5 pounds is too much for the weight of the soap. Which is the better estimate for the weight of a violin? Weight of the violin would be 1 pound because 1 ounce is too little for the weight of the violin. Which is a better estimate for the weight of a dining table? For the weight of a dining table would be 41 pounds. Option number one is the correct option. Which is a better estimate for the weight of a cake? The weight of the cat would be 13 pounds. Option number one is the correct option. Which is a better estimate for the weight of a grapefruit? The weight of a grapefruit would be 12 ounces. Which is a better estimate for the weight of a turkey? Weight of the turkey would be 19 pounds. Option number two is the correct option. 9 ounces is too little for the weight of the turkey. Which is a better estimate for the weight of a tomato? So, which is the correct option? The better estimate for the weight of the tomato would be 5 ounces. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 3 math, checking on is units of measurements. The lessons we have covered today are compare and convert metric unit of volume, which customary unit of length is appropriate, compare and convert metric units of weight, which appropriate. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the questions for the lessons you just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write them down in the chat box here to answer all your questions, and you can please ask if you have any. Okay, then